Complex. We're back for another exciting year of Comet hockey. Kicking it off with the Christy Corrigan Blitz. This is the 15th annual. Also, there's a lot going on down here. There's a craft show this weekend at the rink. There's also a St. Albans Youth Hockey tournament going on as well. So there's all kinds of activity down here. So get in your car, come on down and watch some great hockey. BFA Comets are going to be facing off tonight against the Hingham High School Harbor Woman. So that's a mouthful, folks. But before we get rolling too much more of this breakdown, I want to take a moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Splish Splash Clean and Clear, Northwestern Rehab Services, Notch Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, Stone's Auto Repair, location in St. Albans and East Fairfield, and the Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to help sponsor our live coverage, please reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV and check out their website for more details, Northwest Access TV. We'd also like to thank Northwestern Counseling and Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation. The two organizations have been working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you're concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. So reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on its confidential emergency services line at 802-524-6554. Then press 1. Or you can always just call, text 988. One call, text, or chat could save a life. So it's a great message, folks, and there's a lot of people out there. Everybody needs a little help. You just don't know it until, it's sometimes too late. So be aware and look after your loved ones. Out front in the lobby here at the Christy Corrigan Blitz Tournament, as always, they've got some wonderful sugar cookies for sale and to help sponsor the Christy Kelly Corrigan Scholarship Fund. Christy was a Comet hockey player years back and just a wonderful person. And this tournament really embodies what she was all about. Just a bunch of great competitive hockey girls out here playing hockey and having a great time. And at the end of the game, they're going to have a good old handshake and, who knows, make some lifelong friendships out of this. So the Comets are coming back off title. They went for the title game last year against Burlington Colchester, fell a little short. We got a lot of new faces here, and it's going to be pretty exciting to see how they develop. Erin Jackson will be the senior, one of the three goalies, and she's got Lily Desatel and Anna Hibbert as well coming in as freshman netminders. So we got three goalies again, filling the pipeline. Also, we're moving right down the roster. Chatham Brulette will be a new addition. We have Isabel Stewart. We got Michaela Kucher, Elena Dubois. So we got some, they're all going to see a lot of ice time. It's one of those deals where we got a lot of defensemen, not many forwards, so we're going to have to figure out who's going to fit where, and the coaches, I'm sure, are going to do a good job with that. Hingham High, looking down through their roster, there is a name that just jumps right out at me. Carolyn Doherty, senior, number 7. I got a feeling we'll be saying her name a lot tonight. She was a very active player last year. Really disrupted the Comets a lot, and she puts a lot of pucks on the net. She's just a good player, good skater, so we'll see who else they've got bringing to the table. Tomorrow, the Comets will face off at 1:30 versus the Potsdam Sandstoners. Potsdam Central School Sandstoners. And Morgan Stanton, he's from that area. He's going to be joining me on the mic. And you'll hear a real professional right there with Morgan. I'm pretty excited to have him up here. Today he's it's a little bit far of a ride for him to come in, but he'll be here tomorrow, and we're looking forward to it. As always, Northwest Access TV is just a vital member of this community. They do so much for everybody around here. I mean, you just tune into their pages and look and see the different meetings that they present us. You can keep touch with what's going on right there from home. You don't have to get in the car and drive some of these winter roads. Northwest brings it right to you, right to your home, in a very professional manner. I mean, they got some great people on the cameras, great people in the behind the scenes as well. Very happy to have them involved with this program. Comets are going to be wearing their, last year it was a new jersey, the new home jerseys. It looks pretty nice with the diagonal BFA down the chest. Hingham High coming in with the black and red, which we see them wearing every year. 57 seconds here, and we'll get the ice cleared up. get ready for the first puck drop. Get your snacks, ladies and gentlemen. Get your drinks, your popcorn, whatever you need. And we'll get ready to call a game. And tomorrow, if you plan on coming into the game, 11:30 game is going to be played at Hingham and Essex, and then you'll see Potsdam and BFA face off at 1:30. There's also a craft fair going on here at the rink tomorrow, and as well as that youth hockey tournament. So parking will be your premium. So plan on having a little walk to the door, but you'll be pleasantly surprised when you get inside and you see those sugar cookies. There's probably about 3 tables of sugar cookies lined up, and they're delicious. Comets are lining up with the traditional valley that the goalie will skate out for the opening face-off, or the announcements, I'm sorry. Looks like Aaron Jackson is going to be starting in the pipes for the Comets. I don't know about you folks, but it's good to be back. It's good to see some hockey again. Spring and summer were fun, but this is where it's at.
Between the visiting Hingham, Massachusetts, and your BFA Comets. Special announcements, please remember there's no smoking anywhere on school grounds. Students are reminded that they must stay in the building during the game or lose their ability to re-enter the contest once they leave. Sportsmanship announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, we encourage a display of good sportsmanship during this high school athletic contest. We require participants and spectators to behave in a respectful manner. Under no circumstances should any student athlete, official, coach, or spectator be subjected to behavior and or language aimed to demean, disrespect, or harm. If this behavior is observed, please report it to the site administrator. Any individual unable to model sportsmanship will be requested to leave our activities. Thank you to everyone for helping ensure the highest level of respect and safety for all. Starting lineups. Our visiting team from Hingham, Massachusetts. We have number 14, Shane Richardson. Number 19, CeCe Flynn. Number 17, Addie Garrity. Number 6, Callie Green. Number 7, Carolyn Doherty. And in net, we have Izzy Nagar. Starting lineup for your home team, BFA Comet. We have number 3, number 30, Aaron Jackson. Number 9, Isabel Stewart. Number 3, Chad Roulette. Number 17, Maren McGinn. Number 24, Hallie Cushing. And number 5, Lily Ferraro. Referees for today's game, we have Paul Fellows and Brandon Lozano. Welcome to the annual Comet Holiday Tournament. This is the 15th year honoring Christy Corrigan throughout this tournament. Christy was a member of the class of 2004. Christy was hardworking, strong, sincere, and energetic. She loved life, family, friends, and hockey. Christy gave her very best each and every day and had a spirit that could brighten any locker room. Christy was born with cystic fibrosis, but never let that get in her way of living life to its fullest. Christy showed us all how to love life and how to make the best of any situation. She will forever be in the hearts of the Comet family. We welcome you to St. Albans to celebrate Christy and hope that you enjoy some entertaining hockey during the next 2 days. Please help the Corrigan family raise funds for Christy's scholarship by purchasing homemade cookies during the games. Best of luck to all the teams. Please welcome Christy's family and friends. Her father, Dr. Michael Corrigan, will drop the puck between the two captains. The Comets would like to thank the family for allowing us to celebrate Christy and the lessons we learned from her. Everybody please rise and move your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Comets haven't lost their love of singing the song, the national anthem. They did a great job picking up a little bit more in volume as they grew comfortable with the song. It's really cool sitting up here. I don't know if you know, a lot of the people on the other side of the glass over there probably can't hear it, but it's been a long history for the girls here in the green and gold. They love singing the national anthem. The girls are putting their helmets back on, getting ready. We're going to have the starting five for each set back up on center ice, and Mr. Fellows and Mr. Letourneau, two good refs, should have a good game. These guys have called a lot of games. Until John Lovelet's at home and not listening to the game yet, because I haven't got a comment yet. He's usually the first to let me know how I'm doing. So Myra McGinn is moving up from defense from last year. A great shot from the point from Myra. She's going to be, looks like, sitting in the center spot here tonight as the Comets are looking to figure out what's going to happen up front. Chad and Brulette and Isabel Stewart on the blue line, Lily Ferraro and Callie Cushion on the wings. Puck softly in, Jackson covers up for a face-off. Got a little reset in the zone. Puck down in the corner, 19, bringing it down for the Harbor woman, Catherine Flynn. Number 6 in there with her. Callie Green playing the puck back and forth. Now we got Carolina Doherty with the puck coming out, but picked off her stick by Stewart. Coming back around the front, number 17 for the Harbor Woman. Shot on, Jackson with a save. Nice job of defense sliding in to push back on the Harbor Woman. It's going to take me a minute to get the names going here. It's the new names, new year. Harbor Woman's going to have the number 8, Hannah Lash, facing off with Haley Lamphere. Oh, excuse me, that was number 20 for the Comets, Michaela Kuchar. Into the corners, number 13 with the puck, Ella Hasling. Good pressure on the boards here by number 15 for the Comets, Miley Johnson. Puck's pushed out into the Harbor Woman's zone, pressured by Gabby Frades. Brought back up ice by the Harbor Woman's number 14, Shea Richardson. Coming in the zone, fires one at Jackson. Glove save, knocks it down. Diving on it for the cover. Good little pressure right there by the Comets to get it out of the zone, get it down into the Harbor Woman's zone, but they got to sustain that, push a little deeper. Harbor Woman came back up quickly and put a shot on Jackson. Lash is going to be back in the face-off circle again with Kuchar. Won by Kuchar, brought back, picked up by Emma Castor. Emma brings it around the net, looking for Marley Johnson. Marley turned the wrong way onto the Harbor Woman's stick. In the corner, coming out of it. Pass it back to the point, 13 on the point. Over to number 14, Richardson. Richardson getting pressured by Frady. Richardson comes in, fires one, off pad to Jackson into the corner. Deflects nicely. Good pressure by Johnson on the boards, and it gets pushed out of the zone. Richardson's giving chase, bringing it back up ice, passing into number 13 for the Harbor Woman, Ella Hasling. Hasling's got good pressure by Braylon Fitzgerald. Puck picked up by Addie Parent, thrown out of the zone, going back into the Harbor Woman's zone. They're going to force a retreat all the way to the red line, bring it around the net. Good pressure by Parent, up to the point. Kicked out, it's coming up ice by Addie Garrity. Garrity with it, takes a shot through a screen, knocked down, great job, good block by Chatham Brulette. Jackson with her goalie stick whacks it away. It's out of the zone, pushed back in. We got Jillian Smith pushes it out of zone. Kate Storm giving pressure. Picked up by Carolyn Doherty at the blue line, pushed back out. Now here Addie Parent picks a loose puck up center ice. Back to Jillian Smith, and Smith loses it up to number 6 for the Harbor Woman. Callie Crean. Shot on, blocked by Jillian Smith's skate, maybe Jackson's stick. Pushed back out of zone. Here comes Parent. Parent crosses the red line, dumps it. Comets going for a change. We got Brulette putting pressure in, and Callie Cushion. Myra McGinn staying high on the blue line. Puck comes to her stick, throws it quickly in, just off to the side of the net. Love to see McGinn line up for a good shot on the point. Myra's got a great shot. Cushion behind the net with it. Picked off her stick by the Harbor Woman. Number 9, I believe that was. Number 9 is Samantha McCabe. That's another familiar name. Good pressure in there with Lily Ferraro. Puck comes to the blue line, pushed back in by Brulette. 9 again around the behind the net. McCabe passes it up. Good job by Isabel Stewart on the blue line, pinching in, knocks it off 24 stick, keeps it in the zone. Ella Bello. Puck is now coming up. Bello picks it back up center ice, crossing the blue line from the Comets, throws it over to number 8, Hannah Lash, gets a little wide, goes to the boards. Lash with a little push on Brulette, knocks her to the ice, no call. Brulette now with the puck coming up. Chatham's got some good wheels, skating strong. Good pressure by the Harbor Woman, but she's still able to get the puck across the blue line, dumps it in just wide of the net. Lamphere putting pressure. Puck comes out of the zone. Off Frady's stick, back into the zone. Had to clear up. Comets back in. Puck coming up ice, off number 13 stick for the Harbor Woman. Ella Haslam got picked up and thrown back in by number 20, Kuchar. Kuchar and Frady's putting pressure on the boards. Comes up Jillian Matthews on the point, number 12. Matthews throws it in behind the net. Good pressure in there by the Comets, Haley Lamphere and Braylon Fitzgerald. Nope, that's Gabby Frady's. 8 and 18. Puck trying to come out, but good job by Matthews pinching in low on the boards, keeping it deep into the zone. Staying in the corner. They throw it behind the net. Frady's is going to pick it up. Turns around, reverse direction, throws it back out in front of the net. Kuchar with a quick shot on. First save by McGuire. Harbor Woman have the puck now, trying to skate it out, but the Comets are doing a great job. There's Kuchar keeping it in. It's coming out now, number 13 by the Harbor woman hassling, throws it deep. No icing, picked up by Jillian Smith, comes around the net, turns around, goes back the other way, backhands it into Jillian Matthews in the corner. Matthews throws it up right in the center ice zone to Frady's off the stick, and now exits the zone. Shea Richardson picks it back up for the Harbor woman, bringing it back up ice. Moves in, she's inside the zone, cuts to the net, goes wide, and gets it past Jackson's left leg and into the net for her first goal of the game. Richardson's doing a lot, she's moving the puck up a lot from the defensive position. Not afraid to skate it. First goal of the game, and 9:40 into the first period, left in the first period. Fitzgerald on center ice for the face-off with number 17, Addie Garrity. Storm and Parent on the wings, Castor. And number 15 for the Comets, Marley Johnson. At the point. Good job by Parent moving up ice, but then she gets two Harbor women pinch her out at the center ice, but it's still picked up by the Comets and thrown in by Fitzgerald. Good pressure by Fitzgerald on number 23, Maya Hobson. Marley Johnson pinching in low, but it gets by her, and it's coming up ice by number 17 by the Harbor woman, Addie Garrity. Picked up by Castor at our own blue line, thrown to center ice. Good pressure here by Comets in the neutral zone. We've got Storms down here and Parent, and now Castor losing the puck, and here comes Addie Garrity across the blue line, drops it. Shot by number 6, Callie Green, goes off Jackson's glove and into the net. Goal number 2. Good pressure by the Harbor woman. Any loose puck in the center zone, they are going to pick it up, and they're going to turn it around and come right back at you. So the Comets have got to do a lot better job cleaning up the pucks. Marm again at the face-off. Ferraro and Cushing on the wings. Stewart and Brulette point. Harbor women control the face-off, throw it up into the zone, but picked up by Brulette. Brulette skating backwards, goes across to Stewart. Stewart comes up ice looking. She's got Cushing right at center ice. Great pass by Stewart to Cushing. Cushing across the blue line. Hits Ferraro. Ferraro throws one in on McGuire. McGuire kicks it to the corner. Good pressure by Ferraro and Cushing behind the net, but the Harbor women come up with it. Kept in by McGinn. Mr. Fellows is calling that one outside the blue line, so they're going to have a reset. Harbor women lead right now, 2-0. 8:21 left in the first. Face-off thrown to the sideboard, but pushed back into the Comets. It's behind the net. Going to be picked up by number 9, Samantha McCabe. McCabe comes up ice with it, and it does clear the zone. Stewart is back checking. She'll pick the puck up with 2 Harbor women on her. She goes in deep behind the net. She's looking, comes up the boards, chip pass to Cushing. Cushing goes back across ice to Ferraro. Ferraro's got the puck on her far boards, kicks it out. Central zone. Picked up by McGinn down the blue line. Myra over to Stewart. Stewart with a puck. Looks up ice. Nobody there. She just throws it out of the zone towards the Harbor woman, but picked up by the Harbor woman. And here's McGinn, intercepts the pass, stepping through the central zone and picked off her stick, and now it's coming back the other way by Katie Tague. Tague across the blue line, backhand, or drops it back to number 5 for the Harbor woman, Brenna Doherty. Throws a shot on Jackson, and Jackson makes a save, ties it up for the whistle. Kuchar with a draw, tied up by both centers, stays at the feet, but picked up by the Harbor woman, thrown on Jackson, but misses the net, goes off the side behind. Puck's in the corner. Fitzgerald, Lanphier drops deep to play it. You got 3 Comets in there. You got Kuchar, Lanphier, Smith. Puck comes back across the boards. Picked up by our Harbor woman, number 14, Shea Richardson, who's deep in the zone. And here comes Kuchar trying to throw it up ice, but going across and picked off at center zone by number 6, Callie Green. Thrown behind the net. Still not clear. Pinched in by Richardson. Now it's out. Center ice zone, and Haley Lanphier is there, putting pressure on Richardson. Richardson up ice again, hits Doherty. Caroline at the blue line. Doherty comes in, takes a shot on Jackson. Jackson with a save. Has a flying Harbor woman over her. Crawls over her back. No harm. A line change for the Harbor woman. Fitzgerald at the draw. Wins the draw, goes to Emma Castor. Emma Castor throws it back up the boards. Fitzgerald's there trying to push it out of the zone along with Addie Parent. Comes back in on the Comets. Emma Castor behind the net. Comes around with it. Hits Kate Storm on the far side. Kate Storm is tied up by number 15 for the Harbor woman. Sienna, I'm going to say this right. Sienna Messina throws it back into the Comet zone. Harbor woman come back out. Backhands it down. They're cycling it low in the corner. Number 13 now has it. Hasling comes out and steps out in front of the net. Throws one at Jackson. Save. 2 shots on Jackson, both saves, and then they blew the whistle. Puck happened to be a little bit loose on this side out of the ref's vision, and Harbor woman throws it in the net, but it was after the whistle. No goal. Face off to Jackson's right blocker side. Draw is won by the Harbor woman, brought back to 10. 10 throws it right back in, just misses the net. Reagan Leipert. It's behind the net now. Fitzgerald backhands it up around the corner, looking for Parent. Doesn't make it to her. It's pinched in by the Harbor woman. Comes out to center ice. Nice job by Storm and Stewart to thwart that attempt by the Harbor woman for a point-blank shot. Comes out of the zone. Chatham Brulette picks it up. She's coming back in. She crosses the blue line, makes a nice little move, pucks in the skates. The Harbor woman can't get freed up with her stick for the shot. Great job by Chatham. Freshman, strong skater. Back checks to the center zone, picks the puck up, throws it back in. Addie Parent going in, putting pressure on number 15 for the Harbor woman, Sienna Messina. Throws it around the boards. Meyer McGinn takes it, throws it back in, but it's pinched in on the hash mark by the Harbor woman, who throws it across ice, looking for number 18. Julia Whitney. Good job by Stewart up here. Another freshman, strong defender. Pinches in, ties him up for a bit. Allows the Comets to get reset in the center zone. Puck is down in the Comet zone, picked up by number 5 for the Harbor woman. Loose puck, shot on Jackson. Flex it to the corner, shot by Brenna Doherty. Puck is down in the corner. Brulette picks it up, pushes it up ice to Ferraro. Ferraro pinches it past the Harbor woman, and Callie Cushing is giving chase. It's behind the net. Cushing peels off. Harbor woman come up the other way and throw it out of the zone. Jillian Matthews now at center ice with the puck, looking for a pass and throws it back up to Lily Ferraro. Harbor woman pick the puck up at center ice and throw it back in the Comet zone. Comets take it, throw it back out. Ferraro up ice to Meyer McGinn. Meyer off her stick, goes to the corner. Comets are going to come for a line change. We got Lanford coming in, putting pressure on the Harbor woman, who's skating up strong with the puck, looking for a cross-ice pass to number 11, Alex Harris, and goes wide and into the corner of the Comets, picked up by Matthews. Matthews picks it up, throws it up ice, misses Gabby Frades, goes right to the point for the Harbor woman, and throwing it back in. Here comes Kucher. Kucher's a strong girl. The body just seemed to bounce off of her. She's coming up ice with the puck, gets it into the zone, looking for a move. Good job by the Harbor woman pushing her to the boards and just pinching her off. Smith takes it, throws it, comes out, throws it back in. The Comets have to tie up. Harbor woman coming out with the puck, throwing it deep in the Comet zone. Now they're going to peel off for a change. We get pressure by one of them coming in, Addie Garrity. Picks it up, throws it center ice to Caroline Doherty, who's always dangerous with the puck. Makes a nice little move. She's pushed off to the side by the Comets. Jillian Smith, great job. Caroline Doherty pushes the puck to center, but intercepted by Gabby Frades. Brings it out of the zone. Picked back up by the Harbor woman. Caroline Doherty's back in the zone with it. On a far hash, throws one towards the net. Never know. Jackson knocks it to the side. Frades over there to Doherty. Doherty puts her stick under Frades to pull her, and I think she's going to get called for a hooking. I'm not quite sure, but if that was the right call, but that's his call to make. She's a big, strong girl, and Frades is got under her hands a little bit, and I think as she was trying to reposition her stick, it came under Frades and is called for a hook. Comets will be their first power play here. McGinn at center. Ferraro going to be switching sides of the wing. Stewart moving up to the wing. Chatham Brulette and Callie Cushing on the point. Puck is cleared by the Harbor Woman. It's going to go all the way down. Broulette's going back to pick it up. Chatham picks it up behind the net. Pressure by the Harbor Woman. She throws it back up to Stewart. Off Stewart's stick, though, gets to the point, and Shea Richardson throws it back in. Now, a little hesitation on the Comets. Who's going to pick it up? Callie Cushion goes and gets it. It's either her or Ferraro. Now it's over to Broulette. Broulette's coming up ice with it. Good pressure by the Harbor Woman. Someone's got to stay back a little bit and help her out here. Chatham does clear it. She's at center ice. She's trying to go into the zone, but good pressure by the Harbor Woman. Puck is now in, but going to be offsides. So we get the younger girls on the power play. They got to move the puck a little faster, and they'll learn. The Harbor Woman got some seniors out there, and I think they're recognizing that, and they're putting some early pressure deep in the zone. Face-off won by the Harbor Woman, drawn back by number 8, Hannah Lash. Behind the net with it, comes up ice at 24 on the boards. 24 is Baloo. Picked up now by number 8 into the zone. She's going wide. Hannah Lash moves back, hits a point with it to number 9, off 9 stick, and it's going to come out. Samantha McCabe. Good pressure. We got Callie Cushion in on a little mini break, but McGuire gets it and kicks it to the side. Cushion throws it back to the front of the net. Good opportunity for the Comets right there. Here comes number 8 for the Harbor Woman. She's got some steam moving through the ice, and she's got 2 people to beat. Throws one at Jackson over the net. Great shot by Hannah Lash. Good speed up ice. Puck's now on Cushion's stick at the blue line. She comes out of the zone. Gonna be a long shift here. I think it's time for the change. The girls have been out here for like a minute 40. Puck is dumped in, and here's the change. Broulette stays on and keep pressure. And good thing she does. She picks up a pass at the blue line, throws one right back in. Hard shot, McGuire with a glove save. So Shannon Broulette stayed behind as the rest of the Comets went for a line change, and she's the only gold jersey out there, but by gosh, they put the puck right on her stick as they're trying to throw out of the zone, and she made, she wreaked some havoc with it. She took a good shot on McGuire. Kucher at the draw with number 4, Katie Tague. 17 seconds left of the power play. Smith and Frady's up at the wings, and you got Castor and Matthews at the point. Harbor Woman coming up out of the zone with the puck. Good pressure by Frady's. They still clear. Frady's tail picks the puck up the center ice, turns it around, and brings it back in. Loses it, but Castor pinches in and keeps it and throws it in towards the net. It's going to be pulled out of the front of the net by number 14, Shea Richardson. Throws it up ice, but doesn't get out of the blue line and sent back in by Kucher. Pressure by Jillian Smith deep in the corner. Penalties over, all even. We got 59 seconds left in the period. You got Smith and Frady's deep of the puck. Richardson throws it around the corner. It's going to be picked up by number 4, trying to throw it up ice, but doesn't make it. Kucher's there at the blue line to pinch it, but it does finally bounce out. Emma Castor loses it to number 5 from the Harbor Woman. Comes in a little mini break, takes a shot over the net. Brenna Doherty. It's going to be picked up by Castor. Castor bangs it high off the glass, trying to get it out, but it's knocked down by the skater number 19 for the Harbor Woman. Brought back in by Richardson. Throws another one high over the net. Puck is off the glass and out of the zone, going back the other way to the Harbor Woman, all the way down. No icing, 21 seconds. Puck comes up to Richardson. Nice pass, but intercepted by Addie Parent. Richardson still gets it back and comes back across the blue line. A lot of pressure by the Comets, but she's still able to get a shot off, but picked up by Stewart in front of the net before it gets to Jackson. Stewart comes around behind the net, curls around, goes back behind the net, waiting for something to get set up. Good, like I said, good pressure by the Harbor Woman. There's no passing lanes out there. And that'll do it for the first period. Comets were trailing 2-0. Not a lot of pressure in on the Harbor Woman by our Comets, but let's see if they can make an adjustment in the locker room. Harbor Woman is really capitalizing on any loose pucks. They're quick to the loose puck, jumping on it and getting deep into the Comets zone and put some shots on Jackson. Let's see if we can get the shots on net here. But again, it's a very experienced team down there with the Harbor Woman. Doherty alone, she's you can build a great team around Caroline Doherty, number 7. She's a senior. I remember I've been calling games for the Comets for the last 4 years. This is my 4th year, and I've seen her up here since she was a freshman. And she's a strong player. McGuire in net as well. She's a junior. She's been here for the last few years, and there's a lot of familiar names in that roster. So our Comets have got a very young roster. We've got 4 seniors, 2 juniors. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 sophomores, and then freshmen, and then we got 7 sophomores. So we got a lot of experience to learn from this weekend, and that's what's going to happen with Hingham and Potsdam, 2 strong programs. So this is what it's about. The coaches do a great job putting some great competition against our girls and get them prepared for the rest of the season. It's going to be very hard for the state of Vermont to produce teams of this caliber, like of Hingham and Potsdam, but it's a great experience for the girls. So hopefully they can muscle through the next 2 periods and make some adjustments and put some more pressure in on the Harbor women, and we'll see what happens. But we'll see you in about another 10 minutes. Get your refreshments and get ready for period number 2. This is Dave Jackson saying see you in a bit. Here we are, folks. You still got a few more moments to grab your snacks before the pucks drop. The girls are just coming back on the ice. Mr. Letourneau put the first net in, and Paul Fellows is working on the next one. 19 seconds counting down on the clock, and we'll see the Harbor woman slide out here. Comets are a little quick brisk skate around. Now they're hopping off the ice, and the girls are coming out for the face-off. McGinn, Mara is going to be center. Cushing and Ferraro on the wings. Lizzie Stewart and Chatham Brulette, the point. Jackson going back down for the strenuous job of tending between the pipes. Harbor women come out, did their skate. Last little cheer, heading back. Now we'll see who they're going to come out with for the open draw here of the period. McGarr going back down in the net. You got Doherty, Garrity, Crean on up on the top line. Shea Richardson and Maya Hobson on the point. Won by the Comets, pushed in by Kelly. Cushion behind the net, picked up by Hobson. Hobson over to Richardson. Richardson coming around corner. She's trying to hit Crean at the blue line, intercepted by Chatham Brulette. Pushed in by Lily Ferraro, back in behind the net. Here comes number 17, Garrity around the net. Kicks it back over to 23, Hobson. Hobson throws it across ice, looking for Garrity again, but it goes the length of the ice off the boards, and it's going to be called for icing. Little line change coming in for both teams. Lash facing off with Kuchar. Kuchar goes low, ties her up. Puck drops between them and stays there, but picked up by Frady's. Frady's dropped it back to Marley Johnson. Johnson loses it. Picked up by number 8 again, Lash. Lash brings it into the zone, going wide. Pressure by Kuchar and Castor. Castor picks it up off the loss and coming around. She's got good pressure on her. And number 13, Hassling. Now Lamphere comes in to help. Castor gets a shoulder to the jaw, kind of unsettles her a little bit, but she seems to be back at it. Puck behind the net. Castor's there with Lash. Lash backhands it in front of the net. Jackson pokes it to the side, doesn't allow it to come to the front. Picked up by 24. Thrown back up to the point, but there's Frady's there to tie it up. It's going back in behind the net. Castor picks it up. Pressured by Hassling. Hassling is able to slow the puck down a little bit, and it's picked up by the blue line. And Hassling grabs it again and throws it wide of the Jackson after a deflection of Castor. Good job by Emma getting her stick on it. Marley Johnson in the corner, being pressured by the 15 from the other side. Messina gets up to the point, sent back down by number 5. Doherty, Brenna, behind the net with number 18. Whitney comes back up ice to the blue line, number 10. 10 throws in high, corner, through a screen. Jackson couldn't see that until it was in the back of the net. Scored by Regan Leapart. Went through about 4 bodies into the top right, Jackson's right corner. Harbor women leads 3-0. Fitzgerald at the face-off with Parent and Storm. One picked up by the Harbor and brought back in, thrown in wide of the net by number 5 for the Harbor woman, Brenna Doherty. You got Matthews on a point. Puck kicked back off a stick, redirected in front of Jackson, but it goes wide of the net. She's heading the other way. Back behind the net. We picked up by number 18, Whitney. Back in behind the net. Good pressure, Fitzgerald and Smith. Pushing up the boards to number 15 for the Harbor woman, Messina. Throws it back in behind the net. Comes back in front of the net now. Goes wide through a couple bodies. Thrown back in by Leapert. Looking for another goal. Off a body, goes in the corner, and Addie Parent's in there with Matthews. Addie Parent turns around, pulls it back up the boards, and it's going to be kicked out by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald throws it up ice. Kate Storm's in a race with number 18, Jilly Whitney. Whitney picks it up, gets it in the corner, throws it around behind the net. It's going to be picked up by number 15, Messina. But no, Isabel Stewart gets there first, pinches in hard and throws it back in, but it does come out. It's going to be picked up by number 18, throwing it across the blue line. Picked up by Chatham Brulette, brings it out of the zone, and Lily Ferraro over. She hits Stewart on the far blue line. Stewart turns around, picks it up, drops it to Cushing. Cushing one-times it. Off a skate, almost picked up by Ferraro to throw him down the net, but cleared by the hard woman, number 4. Katie Tague, but it goes the length of the ice for an icing. Face-off will be to the blocker side of McGarr. Myra McGinn for the draw of the Comets. Tied up at center. Picked up by the hard woman. Trying to throw it out, but intercepted by Stewart. Stewart did a good job pinching in. Slowed it down a little bit, but it's still brought in by Doherty. Doherty over to number 6, Crean. Goes beyond her and picked up by Lily Ferraro out of the zone. Throwing up down to the hard woman's end, and Cushing giving pressure. Now Stewart over there on Doherty. Doherty sticks it back up to Crean. Crean crosses the blue line into the Comet zone. She's wide, pushed wide by Brulette. Turns around, comes back to the blue line. Looks a great pass to Caroline Doherty at the top, but too many sticks here to tie it up. Cushing trying to clear the puck. Goes off number 9's pads, back to Cushing. Cushing comes up ice with it now and gets to the blue line and just dumps it. Good change by the Comets. Good pressure by Kuchar in there. Picked up by Gabby Frades. Thrown by Kuchar off of Frady's stick onto the McGarr. McGarr holds onto it for a face-off. Face-off pushed to the side by Kuchar, but picked up by the hard woman, Richardson. Richardson turns, tries to come up ice. Good pressure by Gabby Frades. Pulling a puck back off Richardson's stick, but keeps it in the zone. Richardson's able to turn around and recapture it and puts it back into the ice. Number 23, Maya Hobson. Hobson in the corner with it. Good pressure by Frades again. Frades is all over the defensive zone right here. Great job by Gabby. Hard woman get the puck, weakly up. Lanfear intercepts, throws one towards McGarr, goes wide and over in the corner. Frades picks the puck up, puts it back to Castor on blue line. Castor throws a weak one in, but it's off a stick. Never know. Kick to the side in the corner. Pressure by Frades again. Castor pinching in, but gets past Castor. Now it's coming out of the zone. Number 12 for the hard woman is giving chase to Marley Johnson. Johnson's got the puck behind the net, comes around the corner, steps by one. She's going to clear the zone with it. Good job by Marley, trying to skate up ice, but she's nope, and she still got it. Looked like she was going to lose it, and she comes in wide, shoots one off McGar's shoulder, picked up by Kuchar. Kuchar throws it over to Lanford at the blue line. Lanford gets a shot deflection off her stick, picked up by the hard woman, number 23, Maya Hobson, thrown out of the zone. But now it's back in. Hobson with it, looking to move the puck. Good pressure by Addie Parent. Hobson has to retreat, go back in the zone. She pushes it over Shea Richardson. Richardson comes up ice with it, crosses the blue line. Good pressure by Fitzgerald on Richardson. Tied up at the blue line by Addie Parent, thrown back out into the Harbor Woman's end. And here comes Fitzgerald pressuring Hobson. Hobson up ice to number 22, Maeve Murphy. Murphy throws it wide, picked up by Marley Johnson behind the net. Thrown out of the zone with the help of Braylon Fitzgerald. It's back in, number 13 for the Harbor Woman, crosses into the Comet zone with the puck, going in deep in the corner behind the net, trying to kick it back out front. Good job by, I think who we got around there. That's Marley Johnson keeping the front clear. Shot off Johnson's blocker to the corner. Johnson picking it up. Marley throws it out of the zone. It's going to go off a Harbor Woman's leg at the blue line, no ice, and it's going to go the length of the ice. Line change by the Comets. You got one deep for the Harbor Woman if they see her. Nope, they missed her thing. Got good pressure by Callie Cushing, keeping it deep in the zone. Forcing Leapart to go deep back in her end. Kate Storm's right there, tying her up. Allowing Cushing to pick the puck up, put it back to Smith. Smith throws it on net. Deflection by Storm in front of the net. Back out. Another shot by Cushing just wide. Great shot. Good pressure by the Comets on this end. Number 8 for the Harbor Woman behind the net, but Kate Storms is right there with an S on the end of that. Her mom would be proud. Here comes Callie Cushion coming up ice. Looking for Smith at the blue line. Smith back to Cushion, but intercepted by number 23, Hobson. Hobson's coming up ice. She's just going to throw it deep. They're going to get a line change. That was great pressure by the Comets on that end. It's the first time we've seen that type of sustained pressure. Good job. They're getting there. Jillian Smith now with the puck behind the net. Coming up ice. She's looking across ice. Getting good pressure by number 24, Ella Ballou. Gets up ice to Ferraro, but Ferraro is met by number 9 at the blue line. Samantha McCabe, who kept it in, goes back in behind the Comets net. Goes around to the front. Good pressure again, just backhand shot on Jackson. Jackson ties it up. Be number 9, Samantha McCabe. Picked the puck up at the top of the circle off a deflection and brought it back in. Jackson had it covered. Comets coming out with Stewart and Roulette on the point here. Blue line for the girls. 2 strong freshman skaters right there. Ferraro, McGinn, and Cushing up front. Draw brought to the boards by number 4, Teague. Comets are going to put pressure and it's going to come out of the ice. Here comes Callie Cushion with the puck. Tag on her, behind her. She gets wide. Richardson's putting a stick to her. And actually number 19, not Richardson, that'd be Catherine Flynn, keeping it wide. Brulette gets her stick on and knocks it down. Turns it and throws it back up ice to the Harbor Women's zone. It's deep, off a stick. We got Lily Ferraro putting pressure down on number 9, Samantha McCabe. McCabe over to number, I think it's number 13 over there. Ella Hassling. Hassling comes up ice with it, but it's off a stick and met by Myra McGinn, who throws it back into the zone. Here comes number 8, Hannah Lash. Number 9, excuse me, Samantha McCabe. McCabe gets met by Brulette and Stewart at the blue line. Take the puck off her stick and it ends up with an errant pass, comes out of the Comet zone. It's going to be picked up by number 5. Doherty, an errant pass. Gabby Frady's again putting pressure deep, knocks it into the zone, picks the puck up in the corner, skating up high. She's got Brulette with a rip. Puck off McGarrick, just drops to the side, but cleared smartly by her defenseman, number 23, McCabe. Or Hobson, excuse me. Hobson throws it the length of the ice for ice, and great effort by Gabby Frady's. Again, gets her body in front of a pass here at the blue line, kicks it deep into the zone, turns the whole play right back the other way. Charges in, picks the puck up, and whirls around the boards, comes and sees Brulette coming in across the blue line, hits her with a great pass. Brulette puts a nice hard shot. They're going to come, folks. The girls are working the kinks out now. Fitzgerald on the draw, Storms and Parent on the wing. Smith and Matthews on the point. Or I can just say Jillian, covers them both. 17's tossed from the face-off, Garrity, and here comes Doherty. Won by the Comets. Storms brings it back to Matthews. Matthews tries to throw it in, but it's knocked down by Doherty's pad. Doherty's trying to go on a breakaway, but Jillian Smith is there to meet her. Good job by Jillian, keeping her in the corner. Puck comes across ice, number 14 for the Harbor Woman, but tied up by Jillian Matthews high. They're going to arm up in the air, and it looks like it's going to be a penalty on the Comets. It's probably going to be on Matthews. And the Harbor Women are controlling a puck. Goalie's coming off for the extra skater. You got Doherty with a rip at Jackson. Jackson makes the first save. The second one was put back in. I can't quite see who got that one, but it might have been Doherty putting her own shot back in. A hard shot comes out back to the shooter. Jackson was spread out for the first save, and they got it by her. Good pressure by the Harbor Women. These girls are intense. When they see a loose puck, they do not hesitate. Comets are, this is what you would call a great learning experience for them. They're probably not too happy with the score, but they're learning a lot, and they're showing some improvements as this game goes. There's some girls that are playing out of position, and they're going to get there. Good pressure by number 8 for the Harbor Woman. Hannah Lash gets it deep in the zone, tied up by. Oh, are we going to have another Comet penalty? I think we are. They got a tripping called on Marley Johnson. So earlier when I saw Paul Fellow's arm up, I thought he was calling a penalty. It looks like he was just calling it must be a hand pass. Actually, no, he was calling a penalty, but the goal negated that. So now we are in a true power play situation for the Harbor Woman. 19 trying to make a pass to the boards, throws it over the the boards into the bench. Comets are putting Jillian Smith, Jillian Matthews out defensively for the penalty kill with Cushing and Ferraro. Cushing wins the face-off, and puck comes up to the point on the clear out. Picked up by the Hardwoman and pushed back in. Will it sneak out here after that little? Yes, it is. Good job by the Comets. Really getting good pressure. Ferraro staying on the puck, pressuring 19 Flynn, taking her deep in her own zone. Puck is still tied up at center ice. And number 6 with a Green puts it back to Flynn. Flynn throws it up to Doherty. Goes past her to Matthews. Matthews tries to clear it back down ice, but it's picked up by Crean at center ice and thrown back into the Comet zone. Matthews and Crean going in the corner behind the net. Matthews throws it around the boards, looking for Smith and Ferraro, but goes past them and picked up by Crean. That'd be number 8 back, Hannah Lash to Crean. Crean over to the front of the net, looking for Doherty off a stick. Bounced around, picked up by the Comets and cleared by Ferraro up to the blue line. Thrown back in by number 19, Flynn. Flynn on the puck, crossing across the top of the blue line, turns and throws it back into number 8, Lash. Lash off Matthews' pads, back up to 19. Goes deep, met by number Richardson coming out of the zone. Good puck movement by the Hardwoman. Then we get Richardson with the puck top of the circle, taking a shot through the slot, making a pass off a skate, goes to the corner. Green's coming off her line change. Caroline Doherty in the corner with the puck. Looking and looking, skating behind the net, looking, just taking her time. Very patient player, and she's going to come across top. She'll let it rip here. Jackson's right there to save. You see that one coming. Doherty was just kind of waiting for things to open up so she could get to the zone she wanted and let the shot fly. Aaron's going to sleep well tonight. A lot of activity in there. Face off won by the Hardwoman, brought back to the point, but good pressure by Kucher. Puck's in the corner, behind the net now. Comes up to the sideboard, looking or being very patient, trying to get that open player in the center of the right in front of the net. Comets are doing a good job closing that up. Penalty is over, all even now. And here we go. Chatham Broulette's got the puck, clearing the zone, gets a little, loses her edge right there in the blue line, drops to a knee. I'd like to see her get a little space and see what happens. Stewart playing with the puck, turns around, waits patiently and throws it up the boards, looking for Frady's. Good job by the Hardwoman to keep the puck in. Frady's right there, putting pressure. Puck coming in deep by the Hardwoman, throwing it across again, looking for that open person in the high slot. Goes clear, and here it comes. We got Gabby Frady's on a breakaway. What's she gonna do? She takes a move on Geyer into the 5-hole, but Geyer knocks it down. Gets behind the net. Great job by Frady's. Good anticipation. Puck back to the point. Stewart, good hard wrist shot. McGuire with a glove save and hanging on to it. Good pressure. Well, we have new goalie, in net for the Hardwoman. Looks like it's number 35. And we don't have her on the roster. I'm sorry, folks. I can't give you the name. We'll see if we can correct that for the next period. Kucher on the draw. Pushes it back. Good job by Kucher. Strong girl again. Frady's in there putting pressure behind. Gets thrown around the boards. Castor pinches in low. Frady's covers up on the blue line. Comes out to Marley Johnson on the blue line. Didn't have the room to shoot. Good pressure by the Hardwoman coming up on her. Number 11. Back to number 11, crossing the blue line. Takes a shot through a crowd. Jackson flicks it to the side. Comes up ice. Off of Lanfear's stick to Kucher. Kucher comes in and throws it out of the rink. Ben Lovelett, you used to be a goalie. Where was your glove hand on that? I mean, his hands went up and he was looking for a place to hide. Coach Lovelett was almost a wounded man right there. He's tapping his one of his goalies on the shoulder. Where was your glove? Draw is in the Hardwoman zone. Fitzgerald 8 against 8. Fitzgerald against Lash. Lash wins it back to number 10, Regan Liepert. But good pressure by Fitzgerald and Parent. Coming back up, she's got Stewart in the blue line. Stewart knocks it down with her skate. Throws it back in deep. Good job by Isabel. There's no chance for her to get a shot off, so just keep it deep. Good pressure right there. Fitzgerald just throws a backhand up in front of the net, looking to make something happen. And Kate Storms was just digging hard. Good job, Kate. Way to fill some space up in front of that net and make them worry. Fitzgerald again on a draw. With Lash, won by Lash, goes back behind the net, but good pressure by the Comets. Here comes Caroline Doherty, picks a loose puck up, and she's taking it down. She's got Lash on the far side. She just throws it in front of her too far. Goes along the boards, comes back up to the blue line. A shot towards Jackson, but picked up by Stewart before it got to Aaron. Stewart goes around the net. Isabel to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald to Storms. Storms trying to back in and up the boards. Chip it back to Fitzgerald as she's skating by. Good job by number 15, Messina, for tying it up, keeping it deep. Stewart now still battling with the puck with Caroline Doherty. She gets it over to Chatham Brulette. Gets past Brulette's stick and goes to the boards. Brulette's right on it, though. Not giving them any room. Good job by Chatham. Goes back down in the corner. Picked up by Doherty and roofs it from 3 feet in front of the net. It's just a hard flick right over Jackson's shoulder and into the net. I mean, that was a snap. Again, Caroline Doherty is not a person you can give any room in your zone. You have to be on her and be very careful of the puck. Not like she's a dangerous player. She's a good player, clean player, fun to watch. And that shot came from just on the top of the crease line. I don't know how she got it up that fast, but she did. Face-off won by McGinn. Back to Jillian Smith. Helped out with Kelly Lanfear there. Over to Jillian Matthews, up to Ferraro. Back into the zone. Ferraro giving pressure. Chipped back out by the Harbor woman. It's going to go the length of the ice, and it's going to be icing. 5-0 lead right here. 50 seconds left in the game, in the period, excuse me. One more to go. Myra McGinn on the draw with number 6, I believe, Callie Crean. Won by Crean, but good job by Ferraro putting pressure on the Harbor woman and keeping the puck in play there. And it goes back in front of the net. And they had to fight a little bit. Smith keeping it in on the boards. Now it gets chipped past Myra McGinn by Crean. Picked up by Jillian Matthews. She turns around. She's going to cross ice with it, looking for Cushing, but Cushing was coming in. A little bit hard at that point, and got past Cushing on to number 23, Maya Hobson-Stick, who brought it back in the zone for offsides. Face-off won by Crean. Brought back. Here's Richardson crossing the zone, just throwing it deep behind the net. Good pressure there. Jillian Smith keeping it behind the net. Myra McGinn jumping in, helping out. Puck comes off the side of the net. Jackson gets her stick on it, pushes it to the side. The shot goes across the front, into the corner. Richardson throws it back in off a body. And Jillian Matthews clears the zone. And that'll do it for the second period. Comets have been a lot of pressure on the defensive zone. They were able to amount a few good runs in on the Harbor woman, but nothing they can sustain. They got to keep coming at them. You're definitely making some inroads offensively, but they've got to find that offensive spark to get this team flowing. They've got plenty of good defensemen, but they just all got to figure some things out right now. Young team, they'll get there. And when you're playing, waiting for the saves here. Kind of hard for me to hear what she said, but I don't know if it's a total of 29 saves. But we'll see. We'll get the final tally by the end of the game. I'll have to take the headset off. Again, Comets made some adjustments. You can see some of the girls are getting a little more comfortable in the offensive zone. We got some young kids playing defense that are not intimidated at all. Stewart and Brulette, 2 freshmen, are really doing a great job back there, playing very strong. Myra McGinn moving up from the point last year to center this year. She's doing a wonderful job on the faceoffs. And Braylon Fitzgerald, very impressed with her draws as well. She's very strong. Michaela Kucher, again, another strong center. So we got some good working, some pieces here to work with, and we just got to get some more time on them. Kate Storms is doing a great job in front of that net, just tying things up. And Gabby Frades is just a she's just a wrecking ball out there. She is really tying up the central zone, neutral zone real well, getting the puck going back into the hard woman's end, and she's just really creating havoc in there. She's doing a great job. Gabby, keep up working. They're going to come. The pucks will come. They're going to get in the net, folks. But before I take a little break and send you guys off to get your treats, let's take a moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Split Splash Clean and Clear, Northwestern Rehab Services, Notch Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, Stone's Auto Repair in St. Albans and East Fairfield, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to help sponsor our live coverage, please reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV. Check out their website for more details at northwestaccess.tv. We'd also like to thank Northwestern Counseling and Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation. The two organizations have been working to prevent suicide death in our community. If you're concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on its confidential emergency service line, 802-524-6554, and then press 1. Or you can always just call, text 988. One call, text, or chat could save a life. All right, folks, we'll see you in about another 10 minutes. Get your refreshments. I think the Comets are going to mount a little bit of a mini comeback, and we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to the next period and looking forward to letting you know what's going on. See you soon. Welcome back to the third period, folks. This is Dave Jackson at Christy Corrigan Blitz with the Comets versus the Hingham High School Harbor Women. Harbor Women are with a 5-0 lead right now. I'm just looking at some headlines here.
4-3 in penalty.
Oh, awesome. Just looked at a little update. UVM men's soccer sending their first team to their national championship game. They won 4-3 on PKs after overtime. That's a very exciting news. Great group of young soccer players down here representing the state of Vermont to UVM. Played down, I believe, North Carolina. They'll be playing Monday in the championship. Okay, so a little tallies here. We got Caroline Doherty with 2 goals. We got Richardson with 1. Crean with 1. And Whitney with 1. 17 saves for Jackson, 6 saves for McGarity, and 3 saves for the young lady in net right now with number 35. Draw won by the Comets, but lost in some wet ice right there and picked up by Crean, thrown on Jackson, save to the corner. Callie Cushion coming up ice with it. Good pressure by Crean, but Cushion gets away from her and backhands it over. She gets it to Ferraro. Ferraro pushes it through Crean. Crean in the corner, pressure by Cushing. Stewart chips in deep for the pinch. Great job by Izzy Stewart, keeping it low. Cushion throwing it back in down low. Number 19, Catherine Flynn with the puck, trying to come up ice to Crean, but Stewart meets it down by the hash. Another pinch in, keeps it in. Puck in front of the net. Ferraro got tied up. It's going to be picked up by the Harbor Woman. Number 20, she gets it out of the zone, but it's picked up outside the zone by, look like McGinn. Mars doing a great job. Moved up the center. Harbor Woman coming back up ice with it. Picked up by Chad and Brulette off of a board pass. Brulette comes in zone, throws one in on net. Kick to the corner. Brulette goes after her own rebound, but thrown out by the Harbor Woman. Heading down the length of the ice, but Gabby Frady's puck stops dead in the circle. There's some water on the ice right now. It's affecting the puck play. Throwing the girls off a little bit. There's another one. Pass that just doesn't get there. It stops dead. Picked up on the blue line by number 23, Hobson. Turns around, curls back in, looking for a shot, but again, it's really sticky in front of the net. Girls are struggling with that. Back up to the blue line, thrown back in on net, towards the net. Met by Chad and Brulette with a deflection, pushes it to the corner. She gets it up and out of the zone. Hobson backhands it over to Richardson. Richardson up ice, looking for 16, but intercepted by Brulette, pushed back down. It's picked up by Hobson. Throwing up to Caroline Doherty. Doherty crosses in, but it's met by Addie Parent and kicks the puck back out. Good job by the Comets meeting them at the blue line, keeping it out of the zone. Gets thrown back in deep now. It goes behind the net. Brulette will pick it up. She's getting pressured by number 24, Ella Ballou. Throws it up the boards, but Doherty grabs it out of the air with her hand, sets it back down, throws it in the corner, goes behind the net, far side. Kick back in low by number 10, Leaper. Castor behind the net. Good pressure by the Harbor Woman on Castor. Kicks the puck back around to Richardson, who's pinching down low, takes it in behind the net. Richardson's coming for a look for a wraparound, throws it out front. Met by Braylon Fitzgerald, pushes it to the corner now. Fitzgerald and Castor in the corner. Here comes Doherty with the puck. Comes across the top, throws it over to the defensive point. Throws one, tip shot off Doherty. I'm going to say that's probably off Doherty's stick for a hat trick. Doherty comes out of the corner, throws it across to the point. Number 5, fives look like she's going to go Brenna Doherty, her sister, but I'm pretty sure that tip came off Caroline Doherty's stick and over Jackson's shoulder. Tough night for Erin. She's getting a lot of pressure. Face off back here center ice. You get number 17, Addie Garrity, and with the Doherty girls on the wings. Brandon Fitzgerald in the draw. Good job by Fitzgerald and Addie Parent. But Caroline Doherty comes away with the puck, pushes it deep in the zone. Number 17 throws it on Aaron Jackson. Addie Garrity, Jackson gloves it to behind the net. Doherty comes around and tries to throw one at her short post to the Jackson skate, but Jackson had the post guard on, knocks it to the corner. Puck comes back up to the blue line, back in by number 15. Behind the net, throws it over off the side of the net, kicks right back to her. She picks it up, comes behind the net, throws it out. Comes back to 15, Messina to the front of the net. She throws it over to number 5 on the sideboard, Doherty. Doherty throws it back up to number 10 on the point. Good job by Addie Parent, pressure in 10. Puck comes out now. Here's Kate Storms. Storms throws it deep, going for a line change. Hopefully the temperature change on the ice will get it less sticky here in the next few seconds. Here comes number 10 up ice with a puck. Liepert. Liepert makes a nice little move. Throws one in. Jackson gloves it down. Picked up by Stewart. Stewart comes around, looks in Cushion. Cushion turns around, retreats it behind the net. Cushion comes around, hits Lily Ferraro on the far side. Ferraro is met on the blue line by number 4, Tag. Tag throws it back in. Marley Johnson gets in the corner with it, but she's met by number 13, Ella Hassling. Hassling puts good pressure on her, but here comes Stewart. Stewart gets the puck behind the net, picked up by the Harbor woman. Another pass to number 22, Murphy. Murphy throws it over to 13, Hassling. Hassling could not get it past Jackson, stretched out left leg for the save. Good job by Aaron to read that. A lot of deflections going on. Aaron tracked it well, made the save, face off to the corner. Kuchar on the draw for the Comets. Nice job with Kuchar. With Hannah Lash from the Harbor woman. Puck is behind the net. Castor comes up with it. She's looking to throw it up ice, missing Kuchar a little bit strong on that. Gets to the blue line, thrown back in by the Harbor woman. Picked up by Brulette behind the net. Retreats, makes a little move, goes the other way, giving herself some room. Steps around another player, chips it off the boards, and it clears the zone. Good pressure here by Haley Lamphere and Kuchar. Pushing Harbor right below me. Hard to see what's going on. Probably got my head in front of the camera. Sorry, folks. Kuchar and Lamphere. Lamphere comes out with a mess, and she passes over to Brulette. Brulette up ice, looking for Frades, but got behind her. Chip back into the Harbor woman towards the Comet zone. Stick up high on Kuchar's, Chad and Brulette's neck. She goes down, but she's back up. Lamphere with a tip off her stick in the zone, no icing. Picked up by number 9, Samantha McCabe. McCabe comes around the back of the net. She turns around, reverses direction, puts it back over to number 19, Catherine Flynn. Flynn turns around, tries to go back up ice with it. Met by a couple Comets right there, Lamphere and Parent. Good job. Puck ends up on number 20, Helen, oh boy, Con Cannon stick. Took a shot on Jackson. Jackson with another save. Puck is kept in low by Hobson. Picked up by Castro, throwing it back out, and she does clear the zone. Now it's picked up by Richardson. Richards swinging low in her own zone, trying to avoid Parent. Parent's putting some great pressure on her, and picked up by Fitzgerald after that pressure and thrown in deep. Here comes Kate Storms behind the net. Storms with a nice pressure, pushes it back over to Richardson. Richardson comes up ice. She's looking for a pass, and she's got a lead skater going up ice, number 18. Whitney. Whitney gets it in the corner, but good pressure by Ferraro, keeping away from center ice. And here comes Ferraro with the puck. Tries a step by Richard. Richard does a great job to skate on it, pushes it back in. Shot off the side of the net. Picked up by Matthews behind the net. Looking to move it. She tries to bang one off the boards to Storms, but it's pinched in by number 23, Hobson. Hobson backhands it over to Richardson's far side. Richardson top of the circle, throws one in low. Looking for a deflection, goes behind the net. Picked up by, looks like Braylon Fitzgerald in there. Yes, it is. Backhands it over to Jillian Matthews. Matthews behind the net, goes over to Ferraro. Ferraro is met by Richardson, pinching deep in the zone. Richardson picks it back up, skating high, turns around, did a nice little C-cut back to the boards, throws it out in front to number 12. 12 back up to 23, Hobson on the blue line. Hobson over to Richardson on the far side. Pressure by Ferraro and Hobson pushing it wide. Good job by Ferraro, taking the puck off Richardson's stick, kicks it out of the zone. Hobson's over there, pressure on Ferraro, pushes it back in, but the Harbor woman had to clear. We're going to get icing on the Comets here. Could have held on to that puck, maybe take a few strides and get across that red line before you dump it, but these girls are tired. A lot of pressure by the Harbor woman on your own defensive zone, and it does wear you out. We got 23, Elena Dubois for the Comets, hitting the ice for the first time today. You got McGinn. You got Lamphere. You got Callie Cushion. You got Stewart. And you got Miley Johnson out there right now. Good pressure, puck comes back. Good job by, here we go, Elena Dubois with a tip on the blue line, forces it back out of the zone. He heads it back to the Harbor woman. Good job. Picked up by number 15, Messina, who brings it deep in her zone, tries to curl around, but she's met by McGinn at the boards, who keeps it in. Good job by Mara. And you got Stewart. There's two girls you do not want to get tied up with on the boards because you're not going to win that battle. Stewart with the puck, backhands it deep. Gets in behind the boards, and here comes Elena Dubois again, putting good pressure. Good job, Elena, keeping it low, forcing a retreat by the Hire woman, coming back around the other way, and Stewart's pinching in deep, ties it up a little bit, but the puck does come up off a stick, and Caroline Doherty tries to come out, and she's met by Meyer again. Meyer comes up ice, hits Cushing in the blue line. Cushing takes a little shot. Nice quick snapshot by Cushing from the blue line, off the goalie into the corner. Puck comes around to the side boards. Brenna Doherty. Doherty's looking to pass it up to number 17, who's met by Stewart, Addie Garrity. They get Marley Johnson going deep behind the net with the puck, but she's met by two Harbor women, one that pick it up. Blocker saved by Jackson, pushes it behind the net. Marley Johnson's there. You got number 5 for the Harbor woman, Doherty, but she's met by Kucher and Lamphere. And here comes Stewart with the puck. Changes direction behind the net, goes across ice. Great pass to Cushing, just a little out of her reach. Comes off her stick and on to number 9, McCabe. McCabe goes back in the Comet zone. Here comes Kucher with it, pressured by McCabe. Off her stick on the Cushing. Cushing goes behind the net, picked up by Brulette. Brulette goes trying to go up the boards, but it goes off a pad and it's knocked down. Number 4 for the Harbor woman coming top of the circle. She's off on her backhand, so she had to turn to shoot. A lot of bodies here. Puck comes back out. Number 4 still has it. Tag back up. Number 9 off of Kucher's leg pads, knocked down. Shot by McCabe into Kucher's leg pads. Kucher gets it across the blue line and dumps it in and follows her dump. She's got McCabe in the corner. Comes back up to Lamphere on the sideboards, but it's going to be picked up by number 4, Tag. Tag's coming out of the zone. Good pressure by Frades. Takes it off Tag's stick, pushes it back to Castor. Castor tries to backhand out of the zone, but ends up on number 13, Al Hasling's stick, who throws one on Jackson's blocker. Blocker to the side. Picked up by Lamphere. Lamphere's coming out of the zone, looking for somebody. Met by number 4, Tag. Tag throws it back in. Going to be picked up by Emma Castor behind the net. 5 minutes, 19 seconds left in the period. Castor coming out of the zone. Getting pressured by number 20, Concannon. If I say it right, up to Frades. Frades makes a couple moves across the blue line. Deflection off a stick, goes over the net. Fitzgerald pressure behind the net. Here comes Kate Storms over on the board for the deflection. She's got good pressure, keeping it low. And Castor comes in low to help pinch. Goes behind the net, retreating the other way. Hard woman come up, off a stick. Crean picks it up with speed, but she's met by Addie Parent. Addie Parent knocks it off, and here comes Kate Storms on the deflection. Kate Storms with the move. Oh, picked up by Richardson. Storms had 2 bodies to go through, and Richardson was there just cleaning off her stick. And here comes Richardson up ice with the puck. She's looking to move it and drops it right back to number 20. Shot on Jackson. Jackson makes a save. A big save initially on Concannon, and Cannon puts a stick into her pads and knocks the puck loose. They're hungry. You got a 6-goal lead here, and the goalie had the puck covered, and she's still jamming her stick into her. But that's hockey, folks. 8's facing off together. You got Fitzgerald and Lash. Won by Fitzgerald. Good job, Braylon Fitzgerald again. Here comes Jillian Matthews with the puck, but Fitzgerald picks it off her stick as she's tied up by some Harbor women. Over to Jillian Smith behind the net. Jillian Smith tries to chip it out, goes off Lash's stick. Another chip. Jackson covers, but Lash picks it up under her glove. You got to get your whole body on that glove. Richardson with the puck on the blue line. She throws it over to Hobbs. Hobbs throws one in. Off Jackson's stick, saves it to the corner. Another goes out, bouncing to the front of the net. A couple of other bodies there, but the sticks are tied up by the girls. Matthews with the puck in the corner. She throws it back up to the top of the circle. We got to keep it on the boards, girls. Backhand pass over from Hobbs to Richardson. Richardson all alone, pressured by Parent now. Parent makes a nice little decision, keeps right in front of her. Richardson steps around her, but still tied up by Parent. Puck is down in the corner. Concannon up boards to number 8, Lash. Lash throws it back in behind the net. Gets past her. It's picked up by Hobson. Top of the circle, skates in, but decides to skate it back out. She didn't have a clear shot. Back in on Richardson. Richardson's looking, turns around, retreats to the blue line. Curls back to the boards, goes across ice to Hobbs. Beautiful puck movement off Jackson's head. Aaron comes out to take the angle off, and Hobbs threw her off her face mask, and it left the rink. It's a good thing we paid a lot of money for that helmet. A lot of pressure right here. Harbor has had the Comets pinned in their zone for the last couple minutes. 3:22 left in the period. Myra McGinn on the face-off for the Comets. Myra's done a great job at center. Wins the draw, gets it over to Marley Johnson. Johnson behind the net to Stewart. Stewart up the boards looking for Ferraro. Gets past Ferraro and goes to the blue line. Sent back in by a Harbor woman. Picked up by McGinn. Nice little step around by McGinn in the corner, trying to come out, but she's met by 2 Harbor women. They're keeping the puck low. McGinn now with the puck behind the net, gets it over to Cushion on the side. Cushion makes a nice pass to Ferraro. Gets it out of the zone. Ferraro with the puck now. Gets across the blue line. We're back in the Harbor woman zone. Over to Cushion, over to McGinn. McGinn with a shot. Tied up by the Harbor woman before she can get any power on it. Great job by the Comets. Good puck movement again, but you got to take care of the puck right there. Marley Johnson looking to backhand to Stewart, and he ends up on the Harbor woman's stick. Jackson has to poke check the puck out. Picked up by Marley Johnson behind the net now. Trying to throw it up ice. Cushion with it. Met by number 15, Sienna Messina, but it comes up to Stewart, or Ferraro, excuse me. Ferraro to Cushion, back to Ferraro, but it's a little high. Gets past her into the corner. Harbor woman trying to push the puck out, and here's Caroline Doherty with the puck. 3 goal. Looking to set her teammate up with a nice little pass across, but she couldn't get enough shot on it. Goes wide of the net. Jackson had it covered. Sticks one to the corner, and there's Doherty with a one-time shot past Jackson. She is just an opportunistic player. The puck she's there where she needs to be. And when that puck's on her stick, it's leaving in a hurry. Now, I'm not sure if they gave the previous goal to her sister or to Caroline, because I think she had a tip in, but this definitely is her goal and would be a hat trick for her if the last one wasn't. Kucher's getting thrown out on the draw. Frady's coming in to take her spot. Frady's wins it over to Kucher. Back on the Harbor woman's stick at the point. They're moving the puck up ice. Doherty gets it, and she's met by Brulette over the boards and makes a nice move to get around Brulette to avoid the contact. But Brulette did her job. She took the puck off her stick, separated the player and puck. Here Brulette's coming up ice now with the puck, makes a little move. She had 3 bodies to go through, gets it through them, and she chases it down in the corner herself. Puck comes back up ice off the boards and on the Caroline Doherty stick. Doherty's coming in. She's got Emma Castor. She makes a little move on Castor. Castor does a good job. Jackson's there, pushes it wide. Puck goes to the corner. Great job, Emma Castor, playing face-up defense on Doherty. Here comes Frady's with the puck coming into the Harbor woman's zone. Gets it knocked off her stick by number 9, McCabe. Here comes number 17 up ice, Garrity with it, but pressure by Braylon Fitzgerald forces her to throw it up center ice, and Castor picks it up, throws it back in. Kate Storms is going deep, putting pressure. Puck is coming blue line. Fitzgerald tries to backhand it in deeper, but it's picked up by Tague. Tague's coming up ice with it, and she's got number 22 on her wing. Murphy makes a shot. Jackson gets it off her glove and over the net. Behind the net now, but Murphy's got it. She's trying to throw it up front, but Addie Parent's there to intercept. Castor takes the puck. She's trying to throw it high off a body, but it's knocked down and thrown in by the Harbor woman. Now it's picked up by Braylon Fitzgerald. Trying to get through some bodies, but the sticks are everywhere. Puck is now in the corner. Emma Castor with, I believe that's number 13, putting some pressure on her. Hassling gets up the blue line, Storms, but it's pushed back in by Hobson, excuse me, and it's thrown deep by the Comets for ice, and 13.6 seconds left, folks. It's been a long night for the green and gold. Their home opener. But like I say, these 2 games are set up intentionally by the coaches to see some great competition, to learn from it and grow from it. So hopefully they can make something happen out of this. Myra McGinn on the face-off. Won by Tague. Tague tried to push it back to Richardson. Good job by Ferraro. Ferraro is there, pressure on Richardson. She clears up the puck and she skates into the zone with it. Good pressure by Tague on Ferraro. You got Cushing down there helping her out. 2 strong players right there, playing hard to the whistle, and that'll do it. Comets took it on the chin here tonight, folks. 7-0 loss to the Harbor women out of Hingham, Mass. A great team. No, can't hang your head on this one. There's a lot to be proud about with how you played today, and there's a lot of growth that you showed from the start of the game to the end. So let's keep on moving forward. The girls are lining up for their post-game handshake. I'd say player of the game today, without a doubt, number 7, Caroline Doherty. Just an absolute beast out there. They'll play tomorrow against Essex. And you'll see 2 of the top players right there in this tournament. Essex has a incredible player on the ice as well, Taylor Senecal. She is playing her final senior year here at the Essex High School before she moves on to Colgate. Just a great player. So, folks, if you're looking for some good hockey, 11 o'clock, come out here and watch Essex play Hingham, Mass. And you'll see 2 of the top players probably in New England out there playing with Doherty and Senecal. And then the Comets will load up and they'll play against Potsdam. After that, Potsdam lost to Essex 2-1 in the game prior to this. So it should be a good matchup. And again, we got some young players playing in some different positions, and they made some advances before as the game progressed. So hats off to them for that. And they got a long ways to go, but they'll get there. And before we sign off and go home, I'd like to take a moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Split Splash Clean and Clear, Northwestern Rehab Services, Notch Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, Stone's Auto Repair, St. Albans and East Fairfield, and Collins Burley Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to help sponsor our live coverage, please reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV. Check out their website for more details, northwestaccess.tv. We'd also like to thank Northwestern Counseling and Support Services and Afterglow Foundation. The 2 organizations have been working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you're concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on its confidential emergency service line, 802-524-6554. Then press 1. Or you can always just call or text 988. One call, text, or chat could save a life. I'd like to thank Will, who manned the camera today. Did a great job. I'm looking forward to going home and turning the sound off and watching what he videoed for us, because I don't want to hear my own voice. But tune in tomorrow, 1:30. I'll be on the air with Morgan Stan, and I'm sure he'll clean my act up a little bit, and we'll have some fun. But thanks for listening, folks. It's been a good night. Dave Jackson.